So in the COGS section, specific for subscriptions here, and I got here by going to COGS in the navigation menu and then just scrolling down to the subscription section. There are a couple of cool things. One thing that happens with a lot of subscriptions with tech companies is there is a monthly COGS per subscription, right? So if I'm charging $100, maybe I'm paying $20 in server and hosting costs. Maybe that's too much, but I can play with that here. And then maybe there's some other monthly COGS. Like maybe I have some freelancers who are doing work that I pay on contract, and that's another, whatever, $15 per month for my $100 subscription, right? So I can play with those here and add COGS, and you'll actually see that show up in the pitch deck slide, right? And you can get a little bit of extra information here, but you can see this is where that COGS will show up, right? And you can see that the gross margin is affected. So if I come back and just set this back to 0, you will see that the gross margin changed and that I'm carrying less cost here. So check that out. We also added a section now where you can have one-time COGS. So if I look at the subscriptions, I have an optional setup cost, right? So here my subscription's $100 a month, but I have the setup set to 0. In some revenue models, maybe there's a $5,000 setup fee, right? And what the COGS lets me do is come down here and I can now offset, if I go down to the subscriptions, I can now offset that $5,000 setup fee. So here I might say, okay, it costs $5,000, but I have to pay out of pocket $1,500 against that $5,000. And so one time when I bring the customer on, I earn that setup fee, but I also offset it with this COGS here. And then it kicks into the monthly. So I also in month 2, I start charging them $20 a month, and then $100 a month, and I offset that here. So check out the monthly and the one-time COGS in the subscriptions. There's some, it just makes it the whole planning more realistic, and there's cool stuff you can do here.